So let's take a look at the T account. T account is a very powerful tool that can be used to study the operation of the bank. So that's the definition of the T account. It will show the change of the items in the balance sheet. And if you can recall, we already studied the full or complete balance sheet of the bank. But for the T account, the difference here is it only shows the change. Okay, let's use this example. Suppose you open a checking account. You deposit $100 cash into this checking account at the Wells Fargo. So what happened to the Wells Fargo T account? Remember, we only shows the change. In this case, because you put $100 into the checking account, the deposit of the Wells Fargo will increase by $100. Do you still remember which side the deposit should fall? Is in the asset side, or liability or equity side? The deposit increase because deposit is a part of the liability of the Wells Fargo. So on the T account here, you can clearly see deposit of this company increased by $100. After Wells Fargo received this $100 deposit from you, and probably you can imagine they will put this $100 into the vault cash, into the vault. But here comes the question. Is Wells Fargo going to keep the vault cash, this $100 forever? Probably not. And you can imagine Wells Fargo will try to lend out this $100 as a loan to earn some interest. So what happened to the next? You can see Wells Fargo actually put a $10 as a required reserve. Remember, the Federal Reserve requires every commercial bank in the US to keep a certain amount of the money in their account. As a result, the Wells Fargo have to follow this law. The required reserve ratio in American is 10%. So you should keep in mind this percentage. So which means that 10% of the deposit of the bank should be deposited into the Federal Reserve account. So that's the reason where this $10 come from, because it's a 10% of the $100 deposit. And then the rest of the $90 is considered as assets reserve. So how is the Wells Fargo going to do with this $90 assets reserve? Let's see what happened in the next. The Wells Fargo actually use the $30 invest into the security. If you can recall, the security held by bank include the treasury securities or municipal bonds. So Wells Fargo in this case invest $30 into the treasury security, suppose, and then lend out the rest of the $60 as a loan, right? You can imagine, could be the consumer loan, could be the business loan, could be the mortgage loan. So using the T account, we just learned here, we can see clearly how bank operate. For the rest of the semester, we will still use the T account to study how bank works.